This is my second tutorial about Unity. Last time we have made a simple thing, a scenario which is composed by a ground floor and some objects. And of course our player is a ball, and we could control the ball to move around the floor. Let's have a try. And there was some background music. Okay, now today I want to add some more functions to this project. So last time I have said that I want to create a special effect. Okay, do you remember that? Yes. You can see that I have added a particle system. Now here is a tag. You can see that here is a tag. If I click it, this particle system is hidden, and if I open it, I could try it. Okay. Play. Okay. And now I want to move this a little bit. Move to the move onto the ball. Okay, move onto our ball, and we can click the y-axis. Now we can see that it is moved perfectly on the balls. That's what we want. And just go back. Now I want to add something to the code. Okay, double click the script and open our Visual Studio. Because now I just have one computer and one screen, so it may need some time to switch between them. Okay, we can see that here is the capsule, and I want to find this capsule. Okay, I want to find this capsule. So how could I find it? Now I define a public particle system. Give it a name. Okay, and after I define the public variable, I went back to the screen and just click the player. And you can see that here in the components, in the script document, here is a particle. So I want to attach this particle to here. Okay, so I just drag it directly here, and you can see that this particle system is attached to our script. Now this particle is assigned the value. It reference to this object. Okay, so we could use it. So what I want to do is that when my ball hits the capsule, okay, when it hits the capsule, I want to trigger the particle effect. So I need to detect whether the ball collides with the capsule. And let's go to the assets and prefabs. We can see that here is the prefab of the capsule. Okay? And we can see that there is a capsule collider. Okay, there is a capsule collider, and in our ball it's a rigged body, and it also has a sphere collider. So this means it can detect the collider detect the hit of the ball with the capsule, but now we can add a function in the player controller. In fact, there are multiple ways to implement this function. You could find it by yourself. I just introduced one of them. Now I want to make a function called onCollision enter or onTrigger enter. There are two different. I will choose this one. Okay. onCollision enter. This function will be triggered when the ball hits the capsule. Okay. So here I want to test. Collision.gameObject get find the tag sorry, I forget the function name because sorry, I'm still studying. So I want to know what's the name of the function. Okay, let me have a check. Find the I remember it. Sorry, I remember it. Compare tag. Okay, this function. So what's the tag of the? What's the tag? The tag, they are untagged. No, why they are untagged? Okay, let me go to prefab and give it a tag. Okay, let's create a new tag. Okay, click the adding, and because this is a capsule also, okay, I just give its name a capsule, and click the prefab of the capsule. And here, go to the tag and choose the tag we just created. Okay, you can see that the tag is, and we can see that because I modified the prefab, and the object is modified automatically. Okay, so and their tags are all capsule. That's just what we want, and so we can capsule. I'll put the capsule, just copy and paste here. Now this means that because this is a collision function, and this function is triggered by our player, right? So here the collision is this object is the capsule. Is what hits with our player. So here means that because it may be we may add more things to this scenario, so we need to decide what hits with the ball. Okay, so if it's the clash, I will trigger the particle. Okay. Dot play. If it works, I hope it works. Okay, let's have a test. Just with this a few line of codes, whether it works. Okay. Control S and just run it. Oh, you see it works, right? When I hit the ball, there is a particle. Yeah, but you see that the position of the particle is not always changed. This is because the ball is rotates. Okay, but it doesn't matter because I think this effect is good. So maybe it can be optimized, but we won't do it here. Okay. So we can get this is what we want. But now there is some issue that because this platform is very small, I think a little small. So I want to make it bigger. Okay, I want to make it bigger. And I just make it a little bigger. Okay, bigger, and go to the up down set. Okay, I think it's enough. It's enough. Okay, let's go back. Now I want to add some walls to this platform because I want to make it. I want to add some walls. Okay, and some wall. Okay, now I choose create an object, a cube here. Give its name the wall. Okay, drag it. Oh, sorry, it is here. Now I want to make a wall. Okay, I want to make a wall, and be longer. Okay, be longer. It's a little. Maybe I don't need the wall to be too high. Okay, like this. Okay, a little bit longer. Like this. Cool. I want to it exactly under. Okay, it's just a little bigger. Okay, a little bit short. Oh, sorry. Okay, just this. I could use this, but I don't want to. Okay. And a little bit. Okay, nice. This is just what we want. Okay, now I use Control D to copy one wall and move it to here. Then I still copy. Okay, just copy and rotate it by. Because this is the y-axis, I use 90 to. Okay. I want to make it a closed space. Okay. Closed space, very close. Okay. Maybe people don't like closed space, but they are living in a closed space. Sometimes they have no choice. Okay. I hope I can make a door here, but let's do it later. Okay. Now we just want to have a test to see if it works. Okay, you can see there is an issue because the camera doesn't move, right? The ball is moved, but the camera isn't moved. So now we want to make the camera go with this ball. So like this is our camera, right? And we want to adjust its position. So we add a script. We use a script to do this. Okay. Just the simple script. And in fact, I could write it here. Okay. Right, I could write it here, but I'm thinking if I should write it just in this script or create a new script. Okay, let's just write it here. Okay, and we can see this is the camera object. Its name is main camera. Okay. Now I just copy this name, and in fact that with Unity you also have multiple ways to implement a function, so you can decide it by yourself which one you like the best. For example, in this case, you could create a new script and attach this script to the camera, and you could also implement the function in the player controller. Now I choose to implement player in the player controller. Let's define a game object. This game object refers to the camera, so he give its name camera, and we want to find the camera. Okay, game object dot find. Okay, we want to find something. We want to find the camera. So this is a global function we can use to find any object in this scenario. So we find the camera by its name. Okay, find it by its name and assign to the variable. Then we could use it. We want to make it follow our player, right? So after change the position of the player, we okay, just we use dot okay. Make it the same position, but we want to okay, I think it's not good to write like this. Maybe just like this. Because I don't want they are exactly the same, we can say that there is a y-axis point to the upwards, point upwards. So the y, we need to make it a little bigger, a little, for example, let's say how it is 16. Okay, so let's choose it to be 16. Okay, this means the position is just on the ball. Okay, so the camera will always. So let's have a try to see whether it works. You can see that it's exactly what we want, right? And because of the wall, we can't move out of the scenario. Okay, this is what we want. Okay. Okay, that's cool. Let's add some more elements to this scenario. First, I want to add a game object parent. Okay, coach was. It's easy for us to manage the object in the scenario. And now I want to add some enemies, okay? Add some enemies because the game has to have some enemies. So make it more playable. But what the enemy looks like, okay. I'm still thinking about the gameplay because I haven't seen it before. So what's the enemy looks like? Okay, I haven't try the tree. I can look what the tree looks like. Oh, look. This tree is very interesting. Okay. Okay, I'll put a tree here. I'll put a tree here, but I don't know how to. Yeah, in fact, I would use this object. So we better don't change it. Okay, just put a tree here. Maybe it can be used for later. And now I want to create some. What's the windrow? It seems not very useful, so we delete it. I just try some new things, okay? Terran and no. It's very huge. It's very huge thing, so we don't want it. Delete. We do easy because we are no, I just want to add some enemies, okay? Add some enemies here. I don't know what enemies looks like. Maybe just make them sphere, okay? Make them sphere and make it a little bigger. The same bigger as ball, okay? Give it a different color. Give it a different color, okay? I will make it a prefab. I will make it prefab because I could reuse it later, okay? Now I want to give it some color. And just go to the materials, okay? We can blue, yellow, so I want to give it a new color. So I create a new material. For example, I call it enemy, okay? And I will choose in fact we can use text texture, okay? But I don't think in this package we have any texture, so we can see the true texture. But I'm not sure if this true texture can be applied to the ball. And so okay, let's make things easy. We don't use textures here. We just give it color. Okay, give it a color. Oh no, why I can't choose it? Okay, it's a little bit strange because okay, let's attach the material to this ball. Attached, okay, and here we edit the ball, but I just want to open this. I don't know how to open this. Okay, click here. Okay, I want to make it a red ball. I'm thinking what color to use. Okay, just use red ball, okay? So this is our enemy, okay? In fact, because we could replace this simple object to a model in the later steps of our project. So to make a prototype, you'd better use some simple object, okay, to finish the basic gameplay mechanics. And in the later steps, you could replace this object to the models you made by other tools. Okay. Now I just use this ball, but I don't want to the ball appear at the start of the game. So now I want to do something interesting. You can see that here is a survey, okay? Here is a survey, and here is our ball, okay? But our survey is not, the color is still is still so I will delete this prefab. Delete, okay. Do you know why I want to delete? Because I want to make a new one. You can see that this time the color is changed. Okay, this is exactly what we want. And then we delete this board. So now I want to create a game manager. Okay, game manager script. Right click, create spring game manager. Oh, sorry, I shouldn't leave a space here. Okay, because this is a class name, so we better don't leave any space here. So I will delete it. Delete it and make a new one. Oh, okay, make a new one. Game manager. Okay, this is our game manager, and we want to use this game managers to spawn the enemies. So we go back to this is our prefab. The surface this is our enemy. Okay, I just rename it because I want to make it to another or to know what is our enemy. Okay, so in this code we have just create a new script, the game manager. Okay, so I want to use it to create some enemy. Okay, now I use this function instantiate. Use this function to create enemies. So now I add a private in public. Okay, public if object. You could use a vector or you could use a list. This doesn't matter. And you can see that I add a member here. Just comment it for a little while. Go back to the scene. And sorry, I need to create a new object. Okay, a new object in the scenario called game manager. So I create an empty game object and call it game manager. Okay, so now I want to attach this script to this game object. Oh, okay, it is attached to the game. And you can see that here is the prefab. So we just make it just one prefab, and this is just this vector. Okay, so you need to use some some technology such as reflection to reflect this variable in the code to the UI window. Okay, so now I want to put the enemy here. You can see that this is the enemy. Okay, I just drag it here. Okay, so Unity is easy to use, and we can to spawn the enemy. And here we just, because it is our first element, right? And we can specify a position, but the transform isn't matter. We just use the rotation of its original rotation, and here we use some random numbers. Okay, just use the random library function range. Okay, so we need to set a range, but I maybe make it public variable and range x. Okay, range maybe range z because we are on the xz plane. Okay, xz plane. So this true range is a center symmetric. Okay, give it true range, and we can, because here the parameters are vectors, so we just use a new vector x. Okay, so the y value I'm just I don't know what's the y value, okay, but we can maybe true, okay, because the readers or maybe let me have a check. Just to make it true now. Okay, we may revise it later. And because we don't want to update it, we want to spawn the enemy. Okay, spawn the enemy, and but we don't want to spawn it in each update because this will spawn too much. So we make a new function called spawn enemy. Okay, so and put this code here. And we want to call it repeatedly. So we use a new function called repeat, invoke repeating. Okay. And here is the method name. We could use this macro wrap our function to make it to a string, and the start time, okay, just 5 seconds, and repeat rate we want every 5 seconds. Every 5 seconds we just create any okay, randomly, okay, and we could have a try to see if it works. Okay. And before that, let's make the to 10. Okay, Control S and run it. We want to see if the enemy appears in 5 seconds. Oh, it appears, but it's a need to. Yes, it is appear, right? But it's in the air. We don't want that. We want it to on the floor, right? We want it on the floor, so we stop a little. In fact, I don't know how to measure the height of the ball, but we know it's a little bit higher, so we make it to 1 and try again. Okay? Try again. Oh, I know. In fact, we could. Okay, just let us try again. We could. You can see that's the y value is 1. Okay, so this means it's I put it to 1 to have a test. Oh, 1 is a little bit lower. Okay, so 1.0. Okay, so I just use this one. So if we are float variable, you need to add a f at the end because it's C#. and write again. In your real project, you don't need to run it again and again. You can just finish all the function and have a test at last. But here, I just want to show you how it works. Okay, you can see that it creates balls again and again and again. So this game, we need to have some mechanics to destroy this ball because they are all enemies, right? And now there are two issues. The first is we have no ways to destroy the enemy. And the second is the enemy just stay there and they don't move, right? Okay, we just want to add a little bit function. So we hope our enemy could move, right? So we need to add a script, right? If you want to something move, you just add a script. Called enemy. And now we want to but I have a problem. Do you know what's the problem? Because I want to attach that script to the enemy, but they are in different folders, right? So this means if I switch to here, oh, you can see that the enemy is still here, right? It's still in the inspector, and I can't click it because if I click it, it will change. So I just press down and doesn't release my. Sorry. Let me have a think. First, let's choose the enemy. Okay, choose the enemy to make sure it's here and here. Okay, right. Then I try. Then we switch to the script and left click it and doesn't release and drag it to here. Okay, these are adding components. And you can see that the script attached here. Okay, and then we could double click the script to add something. This is the script for the enemy. So we want to move, right? We hope to move, and we hope need to see our player because we want the ball to move to our player. So here we add a game object called player, right? And make it public. And in fact, we have multiple ways to find the player. Okay, we can just add a tag and here to find, but this is a simple way. And go to the enemy prefab. Okay, and we can see that here is a player, so I drag our player here. Oh, why it's not here? A little bit strange. The player is why I can't drag the. Here is a game object, and our player is definitely a game object, right? But why I can't drag it here? Type mismatch. Oh, this is a little bit strange, okay? Here is the game object. So that means our player is not a game object. But we can see that we need to have a think here, right? Because it mentioned that given hints that the time mismatch, right? But why is mismatch? Because the player is definitely a game object, right? I don't know how to how to say the type of the object, but it should be a game object, right? So what's the issue here? Yeah, I don't know. I don't know why. I don't know why. So let's give it a tag, okay? Let's use another way to find the game object. Use find to find the player to see if we can find it, okay? And we want our ball to move to the player, okay? So we need to calculate the direction. Look direction. The direction is very simple because we have the transform of the player, right? We have the position of the player and we have the enemy's position, right? So just subtract will get vector. And we make because we want it move on the plane, so make the y value to 0. And then we normalize it. Make it normalize the vector, so it's just a representation of the direction. Then we could use this to move or so we set a speed, right? Give it a speed and we just move towards our player. So we translate a little bit, right? Translate a little bit. Times speed times the time, right? So we use time to multiply the speed to get the distance and times the vector. So this is the direction of translation. Okay. So we have a test, but it probably will give me an error here about this code, this line of code. But just run it. Let's see here. Oh, the ball is right here, but the ball still doesn't move, right? And there are no hints here. Let's close it. Because normally if there was some issue here, some hints, but we found there are no hints here. So I don't know the reason why. Just give me a little seconds, okay? Give me a little second to figure out the issue. Now the issue is that the enemy, this script, okay, there is no game object here. and I can't move my player here. So this means my player is not a game object. But obviously, it is a game object, right? It is definitely a game object, but why that? Why it says it's not a game object? So let's make our player a prefab. Okay? But that's no use. I think it's no use because let's try it again. Still won't work. This is a little bit strange. Why? Why it's not an object? This is a little bit strange. Okay, I can never see something like this. There is some way to work around this issue. I just create a new, use it as a temp solution, okay? Temp solution. I create a new object. Create an empty object called Fox, okay? And attach this. I think it's a game object, right? Attach it to the player. And make it all the parameters to be 0, okay? Maybe the scale doesn't matter because we just want the position. So this means that the fox always has the same position and transform with the player. So now we get the focus scale, right? We still can't put it here. Why? This is really strange. I could never come across that. So this means that this is not game object. It's really strange. I have never read something like this. I don't know why. I really don't know why, because this is definitely a object. But why I can't put it here? Folks, you can see that it is a game object, right? But it's just a size type mismatch. Is it because this is a prefab? I'm not sure. Just delete it. We don't need this. So okay, here is the issue. I will solve this issue next time. Okay, I will solve it next time. Now just let's test if it how it looks like now. Okay, we have added some enemy, but the enemy couldn't move. Okay, but I think we we have met some strange issue that is very strange, right? Because definitely these are objects, right? And this is also an object, but we can't put it here. So I will resolve this issue in the next video, okay? So let's end of this video. I'm sorry for this small issue, but yeah, you may come across some issues or some strange things where you are using Unity or doing any programming, but after solving it, you could learn something, right? So it's not a bad thing for us to. And thank you so much, and see you next time.